guys, welcome back to the channel, and today we're going to be reacting to
Mythical and Mysterious Chios, the Land of Mastica. Julia Bradbury's Greek Islands. Let's see. Chios. Or Chios. I don't know.
This island holds a lot of promise for me. Chios is just 30 minutes from Turkey in that direction on a ferry. And like so many of the Greek islands, even though it's not particularly well known,
so it's like really by Turkey then. Oh, this must be far away from mainland Greece.
History is tumultuous and colourful. It's an island of myth and mystery. Some people claim that Christopher Columbus was born here. Others speak of Chios as the birthplace of Homer. Whatever the truth...
Of Homer?
Yeah.
Simpson?
No!
This rustic and rural island doesn't register on many tourist maps. And around 140 miles from mainland Greece, Chios is one of the most
I love that that's the
undiscovered
font for Greece.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. No, but it is far from mainland. Look, wow. Yeah, it's really by Turkey. Wow.
Unspoiled of all the Greek islands.
I wonder if historically Turkey and Greece had to battle it out for that island, because it's really.
It looked like it.
It's really close to
right
Turkey.
there.
Yeah, I'm honestly surprised it belongs to Greece.
Place for me, because this is where my ancestors are from. And for this leg of my journey, I've got a very special travel companion. Meet my Mama Moo, Chrissy Bradbury. Although her family name was Stephanakis. Chios is where her side of the family are from. I grew up hearing stories of this remote island far, far away. And now...
That's crazy.
Now we're actually here.
That's crazy. Looks beautiful.
We finally made it to Chios, Mama Moo.
We finally made it to Chios. And it's a
Yeah,
huge
for
event.
the mom, it must be like such a full circle moment to come back.
Do you hear their accent? It's so
They're
interesting.
British. Well, she is British. The mom Greek.
But every time I come to Greece, it's an adventure.
So
It's
you
strange
just
being
lose your
here
accent?
because this island is...
What do you mean?
I mean, they lived in Chios or no?
No, she's the hostess. She's British. It's a British accent.
Oh, so that's it's a part of our family.
Absolutely. We stopped here on the way from, I think it was Santorini.
So I was with you.
Yes, you were tiny. You were either tiny or non-existent.
That's why I have been here.
You have been just for an hour or two, not long.
Oh.
And that's the only time you've
The
been
only
here.
time I've ever been. Yeah.
Gosh, what an adventure. This island is such a big part of our lives, and yet we know so little about it. So we're going to explore it together. And we're starting with the product Chios is most famous for, Mastica. Chios is called the Mastic Island, an ancient aromatic resin that is the engine of the island's economy. The world's only commercial producer of mastic, it's exported to over 50 countries, and it's used in everything from food to medicine.
What is it?
Its story begins with an evergreen tree. Elias and Maria from the Mastic Growers Association have brought us to the
Kind of
island.
answers the question, you know, what in Greek islands, what people do. I guess there's some sort of factory too here that produces
You
it.
know, it's interesting because I would never imagine a factory in Greece. Like industrial kind of factory.
I mean, I would imagine there's, you know, like factories and whatnot, but not on the islands though. I would not have thought it would be in the islands, but well, apparently there is here.
Place in the world.
Maybe factory is not the right word. Some sort of production plant, like you know, because it seems like it's food related. So factory and food, not you just kind of don't factory. You think of heavy machinery. So I don't know.
Mass production.
Right, I don't know of another word for it though.
Where the Mastica tree flourishes.
As you see, Mastica actually is the sap. It's the sap of the tree. And actually it's the reaction of the tree in order to avoid infections from insects, from fungus, from bacteria. So when we make the incisions,
So then that's what they put like in Neosporin probably. Interesting, okay.
the tree automatically produces mastica in order to cover the wound.
So the sap comes out, and that's what's harvested.
Exactly. We don't use it actually. In Chios, it's not very common to use mastica because 85-90% of the annual production is being exported mainly for pharmaceutical production. So we treat it like diamond. We don't keep it, you sell it.
This rare resin is known as the tears of Chios.
Let me see.
And the
What it is.
microclimate of southern Chios, with its dry, barren soil, is just perfect for this tree. So can I taste this?
Yes, but it's very soft and maybe you need a dentist after that.
I'll risk it. I'm gonna have it now. I'm trying to describe it. It's a slightly minty flavour.
If you're looking for the one, find the home with a short commute to work. Find a...
What is it doing on the ground?
It is calcium carbonate, and we use it in order to keep mastica clean when it drops down to the surface of the tray.
How much mastica will you harvest off one tree, and how often can you harvest one tree?
The average...
Yeah, I don't think it's like a Neosport in the, the products we have here. But I think these are like a...
That's his cousin?
No, maybe here, we use the pharmaceutical. I think this is more for, the natural brands. I think that's what they use. But they do. I see there's one in Miami, actually, a producer of it. I'm sure they import it and then produce some sort of product here.
Quantity, let's say it's almost 150 to 200 grams.
But through the ages, the here growers choose very productive varieties.
Yes.
And this is the only varieties that now produces mastica. Otherwise, trees that you are able to find in the Mediterranean region produces only, let's say, 1 gram per year.
So that's such a difference. A mastica tree here in Chios producing 150, maybe 300 grams, and then 1 gram somewhere else in the world. So it's the magic of Chios as well,
Exactly.
and how this plant has been cultivated over the years.
Exactly.
So you have the Monopolis on it. The mastic tree has been grafted into the life.
I wonder if you can take the seeds and plant the same tree that would produce the same amount elsewhere. Of course, it would take forever to grow, so it's not practical. You really have to be thinking forward years ahead. But I just wonder if that's a possibility.
Of the islanders since ancient times. Today, some 4,500 people who live here are involved in its production. And most of them live in what are known as the mastic villages. So apparently there are 24 mastic villages all over the island.
Wow.
All of those villages
So it's
are
really the economy
reliant
of the island.
and thrive off mastic trade.
That's so unique, because I feel like when we see Greek islands, the economy is usually tourism. Yeah, this is so unique.
It's a lot, isn't it?
It is a lot.
As you
I wonder
walk
if
through the
people
streets, you
visit
feel
here
as if you're in another
or
time and
maybe-
place.
And
Maybe she'll
Listen
talk
how
about it.
quiet it is.
yeah, Paris.
But yeah, based on how quiet it is, I don't think there's much tourists because the work is dead. Unless it's off season.
Oh, it's beautiful, isn't it?
Life goes on the way it has for hundreds
As
of
I was saying, all the Greek islands, the purple
Yeah,
flowers,
also they've,
and those small
wish-
walkways. Yeah. What are you saying?
I wish they had more of those trees here.
years. Whilst the men toil in the
tomatoes?
mastic fields, the women work hard in the village sorting it.
De τώρα έχουμε 4
γενιές. Τα εγώ γλυφτρά.
Ναι, με water.
So we're sitting with the ladies cleaning the mastic, but what annoys me is that my mum always says the reason she didn't teach me Greek is that she doesn't speak Greek very well. And yet we sit down here with the lovely ladies, and her Greek is amazing.
I get by.
Okay, you get by. I'd like to be able to get by.
Συγκεκριμένη. Τι.
At this stage, the mastica has been harvested from the trees, and as you can see, when it arrives into the village, it's got quite a lot of debris still.
During the winter time, ladies gather around.
Interesting that this has to be done manually by hands. I would think there would be like a machinery to clean it. That's so interesting.
That's why I think it's not like a factory, like a how we think of a metal facility
Right, no.
to do mass productions.
They swear, and they do this talking and drinking and
Must be really
They must
expensive product then, because if it's all manual labor, you cannot like mass produce it like that. And of course, it depends on the trees. So, because they said the tree 150 grams a year. So and there's only limited land, limited trees, so limited production of it. Must be super expensive product.
Of the mastic villages is Kirgi, where buildings are covered in black and white sgraffito, a centuries-old technique where geometric patterns are etched into concrete.
Wow.
Kind of cool. You don't need paint.
That's pretty.
Old school version of paint, huh?
Now I thought they were tiles.
Yes, it looks like
Yeah,
tiles, but
it's
it's
pretty.
not.
It's painted in concrete.
It's plaster.
And the concrete from underneath.
Wow.
I like that.
That's a lot of patience.
The level of
They
detail
don't
in the
make
design
buildings like
is a
that
sign of the
anymore.
wealth of the owner of the house. And Mastic has
Ooh,
certainly brought a
wow.
lot of privilege and prosperity to the island over the years.
Wow.
No wonder they say it's like diamonds.
So we've seen the trees, the sap, the Mastica ladies, and let's go and see what they turn it all into.
This
Apparently,
now
Mastic
seems
has
like
over...
more city. Like I thought it would be more like all villages.
No, it looked pretty big island based on the picture. So I think there's villages, but yeah, I think there's cities too.
150 different uses.
Okay, then.
Thought to be the world's first chewing gum, it's long been a culinary staple in Turkey and the Middle East. And it's commonly used in beauty care and cosmetics. Marilena is going to show us the many faces of Mastic.
Okay, face cream.
Oh,
Yes,
okay.
okay, we all love a good
Every-
face cream.
of course.
I'm loving that whitening and anti-wrinkle sheet mask. I'm taking one of those.
It's really hydrating.
Yeah, that's lovely. Spicy garlic spread. Oh, milky chocolate.
Dark chocolate.
I mean, I can see pasta over there, toothpaste over there.
There are the traditional Mastica products.
Yes.
You know, there are the candies, the spoon,
The
the
spoon in glass.
briccio. We call it submarine because you take like a spoon of that,
Yeah.
you put it in a glass,
Yeah.
and you add some water.
The submarine is a classic Greek dessert, so called because it's submerged in
It's a
water.
dessert.
Wow, okay. Mum, you try it, because this is what you used to do, yes, when you were little. So this was the equivalent of a lollipop.
Yes, but it was like the traditional dessert when someone arrived at your home and you would like to treat him something you haven't baked.
God forbid that anybody should arrive in your house in Greece and you don't offer them something. That's just
Unacceptable.
unacceptable. Unacceptable, yes.
It took me back to my childhood, sitting in funny old parlours with all these Greek women sitting around.
That's so interesting. We don't have anything similar to that.
I mean, the tree sap is a little sweet. Like in Lithuania, you know, when I don't know if it's called sap. I guess it's called sap. Birch we drink like when they produce in the fall, not in the fall, in the spring. Birch trees produce the sap. I think it's called sap. I don't know. But it's liquid though. It's you drink it and it's sweet. It's like a water with sugar,
Oh.
but not a lot of sugar. Like it's very mildly sweet. It's you know it's healthy of course, but it tastes really good. So I assume this is also a sweet kind. I honestly think it's very similar to what I'm describing because it comes from a tree. It's considered a dessert, so I think it's just consistency is different. They eat it, we kind of drink it, but I think it will have to be similar.
That's lovely. Okay, this is
Let me
going
see
to
if
sound
it's
wrong, but
pork
imagine
sap.
if you could eat toothpaste, but lovely, minty, herby sort of toothpaste. It's really nice. And good for you.
The submarine isn't the only tradition we're going to sink our teeth into. The medieval town of Mesta beckons.
Yeah, it's called birch sap. Yeah, so it is sap. It's, yeah.
Oh, they sell it as a drink.
I guess I never bought it. You always just you know you go to a tree, you see that's what you do. Yeah.
And we'll need to get our dancing shoes on. I've reached the final destination of my Greek odyssey. The little-known island of Chios, home to my ancestral past.
Wait, what?
My mum and I have travelled to the south of the island, to the Mastic region,
We're
for a
looking
glimpse
at
of
the
real
video?
Greece. Chios is one of the few Greek islands that's been untouched by mass tourism. So this island's culture and traditions are as pure and as unchanged as it gets. And I've been told that if I want to find the true Chios, the medieval village of Mesta is the place to head for.
Okay.
Local hotelier Anna
Thank you.
has offered to show us around town.
Why is Mesta famous? Because it's not just for its beauty.
It's a castle village, close from outside, no cars, like it was 100 years ago.
No cars. Interesting.
I haven't seen young people.
I don't
Built
think
to
there is
protect
young people.
itself.
What do young people do there? Work on
That's
sap?
what I wonder.
I don't think it's just
It seems like we just saw people working.
it's a problem because you know
Yeah, 'cause what's the
eventually
future gonna look
yeah
like?
what's the future gonna I think that is a problem.
Foreign invaders and pirate attacks, Messa, with its impenetrable stone walls and maze of cobbled streets, feels suspended in time.
So it's lovely and cool, Anna, in these passages, isn't it?
Yes.
I know the
5
time.
degrees different from outside.
Ah, so it's 5 degrees cooler.
Yes.
How many people live here now?
In winter, less than 300.
That's tiny.
Yeah, but in summer we have plenty.
So who lives here still?
Oh, so I guess it is a tourist
Old-
destination after all.
The old yayas. and
Yeah,
papas.
yes, and papus.
Greece is among the top countries in terms of life expectancy, perhaps due to the Mediterranean diet and the warm, sunny climate. My yaya is 102. The neighbouring island of Ikaria is one of the 5 designated
That's
places
pretty.
in the
I
world
like the
where
architecture.
people live the
The
longest.
architecture.
A blue zone. Marianthe is 92 and still going strong.
Marianthe is going to sing us a song about Mastica.
Δεν θέλω να δουλεύεις στο σκηνό να κεντά.
A lot of Greek women, like Marianthe, dress in black.
Τα πουλα μου τα νιάτα σου να φας.
It's a custom here for widows in mourning to wear black. Not just for one day, but often for the rest of their lives.
Και εγώ θα σε πληρώνω βρε.
I wonder if the same goes for men. It's interesting.
Μικρούλα μου το κάθε Σαββατό.
Tell me about the song. What did you understand?
That she doesn't want her daughter to work in the Mastica fields because it's too hard.
Can you ask Marianthe how often do the ladies meet?
Every day. Every day, getting it.
Wow.
The people
But
of
it
Messa
seems
young
like they
have-
rely on like their women to do the little details.
Yeah, we only
this.
saw women. I wonder why
We
you
didn't
saw
see men.
women. Yeah.
old regularly get together to sing and dance. Nothing has a more powerful presence in Greek culture than traditional dance, especially on the islands. Dance is an expression of their cultural identity, and it's passed down from generation to
Overall,
generation.
now that you think about it, we've mostly seen women in this video. This is the second man. I think the first guy was showing the trees. This is, I think, the second guy.
There are more than 10,000 traditional dances around the country, and every island has its own variation.
Oh gosh, no. It's going to be too hard.
We've been invited to join in one of the most popular dances of the island, the Sieto.
Oh, thank you. Oh, what do I do?
Now it's time for me and my 2 left feet to have a go. The dancers link hands to form a chain or a circle, headed by a leader who I'm trying to follow. It's not as easy as it looks.
Oh, look at that. Beautiful. Oh, I've lost it again.
Traditional dancing has always been my Achilles heel. Get it?
Ha ha
Now I
ha.
feel Greek. How are you feeling, Mama? Oh, this is complicated. It's like dancing. It's like dancing.
Achilles is Greek too, isn't it?
I don't think I'm a natural. Tell you what, you need to be fit to do this Greek dancing thing. Oh, I'm out of breath. How are you doing, Mama Moo?
Well, I'm fine, but he wants to do another lots of dancing thing, and I can't do it. I have a heart attack.
Let's not kill her. Oh, I go so relieved.
Now I'm feeling connected with the culture of Chios. There's one last place we have to explore.
Wait.
We're heading north to the town of Rondados. It's also known as Homoropolis, because the legendary Greek writer Homer was believed to have...
I wonder, that. Hold on. Yeah, you see the point that's like closest to Turkey. Oh wait, is that Turkey? I don't know. I think it's Turkey because she said it's really close to Turkey. I wonder if you could see Turkey from there. I think you should. I think you should be able to, because we can see Cuba from Key West. It's 80 miles. I think she said it's 150 kilometers. It's a little more than 80 miles, but I think you should be able to see Turkey at night, the lights of Turkey.
Being born here. The writer of the Odyssey, Old Homer, is one of the most famous poets in the world. And there's a solitary rock perched above Rondares beach, where he supposedly sat and composed his work. It's been dubbed Homer's seat. Now, a non-invasive lift for face and neck. New rock firming serum stick. With our We're here.
We're here.
Oh, look, right amongst the pines. How lovely.
I tell you what, why don't we? 2 little seats.
There you go. How's that, comfy?
Oh, it's looking right down, isn't it?
Please come up. Hang on a minute. There.
Oh, we in trouble
Now you've
now.
got a Greek tragedy. Greek comedy, anyone?
Oh, we in trouble.
How old was Homer?
Right.
Now wait a minute.
I know, it's very simple as well. Watch out. Get yourself in. Ready? 1, 2, 3. Oh,
Be careful.
oh. There's a way to sit.
You put a foot there. Oh, another foot there.
Another foot here. I don't think you wear it. Well, you probably did wear a skirt, and you probably did wear sandals like this. And he'd sit here.
Lecturing.
Oh, I don't know, communicating.
Yes.
Words of love and wisdom about pride, and it's incredible, isn't it? It's so beautiful.
It is.
I never got to the end of Homer's Odyssey, but I've nearly reached the end of mine. Our final stop is a personal one. We're here in Rondados. This is where
It all began.
So Anthony and Anthony and Arietta, my mother's grandparents, my great-grandparents, were born and raised here in the late 19th century. Anthony was a sailor and he married Arietta in Rondares in 1910. The year before they fled the Turkish occupation and emigrated to South Wales, where my mother was born 26 years later.
Oh, so the mom is not. I kind of thought the mom was born here. So the mom hasn't been born there. Oh, okay, interesting.
Records state that when the couple married, they were gifted a house and a farm in a place called Mesovuni, somewhere here in Rondados. So from the pictures you've seen, this is it?
Yes.
It's a hefty old chunk of property, Mama. Look at the size of it. It's huge. It's definitely a fixer-upper, isn't it?
Definitely a fixer-upper.
So as far as we know, this house was left to your grandmother. And look, this is you. Look at your chubby little feet.
I was a chubby happy baby.
She looks happy. Yeah.
She was lovely.
So what do you think of the house?
Very emotional, huh? I can only
Well, I've got
imagine.
vivid imagination, and I can see what it was like, because it's a very beautiful house, a very large house in those days.
Yeah, it's beautiful.
Well, it hasn't been lived in for a very, very long time, has it?
Very.
I wonder who owns it now, though.
Look at
I
here.
feel like it should still be in the family, wouldn't it?
I don't think so.
Yeah.
They were given that property.
Imagine living in that.
Depends if she has like any sisters or I guess we'll have to figure it out.
Wonderful.
On my travels, I've been trying to learn a bit of Greek to try and impress my mum. And I think now is the moment. Mama μου, ευχαριστώ για τις ελληνικά καταγωγή μου. Είμαι περήφανη για τις ρίζες μας. Τα ελληνικά είναι μια δύσκολη γλώσσα.
Πολύ δύσκολη γλώσσα και εγώ δεν το θυμάμαι καλά.
She does a good job. She sounds such a mom.
She said, I love you.
I wonder if she memorized that like little sentence that she said, or like she really speaks, because that's pretty impressive. Like if it wasn't just one sentence, it was like a couple of sentences. So I wonder if she memorized, to say that, or she actually understood and came up with it to say it herself, because that's pretty impressive.
Thank you, Yaya. Thank you, Papu.
I'm feeling much more Greek. It's been a lovely adventure, hasn't it?
It's been a great adventure.
Finding my ancestral home is a fitting finale to my Greek voyage. I've learnt...
Interesting. I wonder if all her videos are like this, but I I guess not, because this is like also a personal video.
Yeah.
Because this was like very personal. It was very personal.
Guys, of course, let us know your thoughts. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Join the Discord and Zoe's share as much kindness as possible.